Alrighty. We are here for the finale. Let me turn this shit down. Sorry. We are officially here for the finale. Cody, Devin, one of you will be the winner of this season of Big Brother Originals. The only thing that we have left to do is for the jury to press y'all, for y'all to answer their pressing and see what they decide. So, Devin, as the winner of part three, you're deciding who will start first, how the intro and the outro will look. Devin has elected to go first in the intro, meaning that he will go last in the outro. Devin, take us away.
Good evening, jury. I want to start off by saying how hard I have worked to be sitting in this chair, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you for the experience we shared. Last time I played Originals, I was a pre juror. I came into this game with something to prove. My plan was to play under the radar, but after hitting the bottom three in the first round, that went out the window. I had to flip to survival mode. I talked to everyone to map out the scores, identified the bottom three before it was official, and ensured my own safety. From the first round, it was evident that I wasn't going to be able to play an under the radar game. I started this game with people already identifying me as a threat. Judy even told you all I would run circles around you. It wasn't how I wanted to start, but I realized my game had to begin and I needed to change that narrative. My foundation was the founding fathers myself, Michael O'Rear, Phil, and Snoop. And inside that, we had the clique me, Phil, and Snoop. We didn't just participate in the pre jury, we ran it. We dominated HOHs and vetoes, and when we didn't, I didn't wait for luck. I earned my powers. I fought to be the first to complete the puzzle for the vault power, and I earned the coup d'etat through Pandora's box. And I want to be clear, I didn't use these powers to save myself. I used them to move pieces around the board. Anyone can use a power to keep their own seat safe. It takes a different level of control to use those powers to dictate the flow of the game for the House. Whether it was changing Zach's nominations because they didn't fit the vision or stealing the HOH from Cody, I was always the one actively navigating every twist. But my game didn't stop when we hit jury, it evolved. When Michael won the battle back and rejoined us, Snoop and I bonded with him immediately. Us together built something bigger, the Cantina Band, and being a majority early in the jury gave us control we needed. My alliance had power at all times, and when we didn't, Zach did. That is why I took the lead with him. I ranked him number one when my alliance was trying to get him out because I knew how to manage the biggest threat in the house, even when others were only playing for the short term. I was the one actively navigating the twist. I didn't come here to be a passenger, I came here to be the architect. Being in my position, it's hard to find people who genuinely want to go to the end with you, and because of that, loyalty was the most important currency I had. I held I held the line, and when it was crossed, I didn't hesitate to act. Take Snoop, she was my number one, but when she wanted to save Michael during the triple, she broke our pact. I didn't get emotional, I didn't hold a grudge. I made the hard professional decision to cut her. Looking at my dynamic with Zach, we didn't go for each other the entire game, but the second he tried to take a shot at me, the dynamic changed. He made his move, and I ensured he was out the very next round. I didn't come here to hold grudges, but I came here to win. If you crossed that line, I had to ensure you became a target. I know some of my moves were difficult, particularly Phil, Zach, and Courtney, but I'm here. I came here to win, and part of that is making those hard decisions. You all voted me most likely to win and the most cutthroat, which I agree with, and these moves are a testament to that. They weren't personal, they were me giving your gameplay the respect it deserved. I'm sitting here with Cody. Cody, you fought hard to get back in, and I respect the resilience, but for me, this game was about active participation, being on the Zooms, building the bonds, and engineering the moves. I poured everything I had into this experience, and I hope that shows in the game I've played. I'm proud of the work we've all done this season. I played with my heart on my sleeve. I was honest about my intentions, and I gave this game every ounce of energy I had. When you look back on this season and who you want to represent, I urge you to look at three categories: social, social, strategic, and competitiveness. I excelled in all three, and that's why I believe I deserve your vote. I welcome any questions you have, and I am ready to own my game.
Cody.
All right. Um, First of all, I do want to thank you all. It's an honor to be here. This is an All Stars game. The very first thing I said in this game is like, "Yo, this is All Stars. Let's play." And so coming into this game, it has been a different experience for me. Just basically because of the shit that I came off of when it was like last year, coming into this year. This is the first ORG that I played long term. I've usually played minis just because I've just been outside the spotlight. Um, I knew coming into this game that my name is a little bit tarnished, and I just wanted to like not lean into that and play my own original game. This was my original game. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to be here. Um, Me and Devin's game completely different. We were both in the bottom on the very first day, like the third day, because of the incomplete puzzles. But I did go to Battleback, and I did have to come back in here. And then coming back in from Battleback, it was a problem because I had no connections. There were so many people that were sent into the Battleback pool that I heard so much information from, so many things that it was like, oh, this is what's happening and this is how it's going down. And I just sit back and I didn't like act on it. That's a completely different Cody than most people are normal to, because I'm a very active person. I react. And so I definitely just sit back and allow that happen. But prior to going into the battle bag, the very first 3 days, I did make connections, and I tried to make connections with everyone throughout this whole entire game. And the very first thing is that Devin and I, we made a connection from day one. He came to me, he said, "Hey, I understand everything that happened prior to this game. Let's let that go." I think that's most important here, because I think a lot of the problems that we had in this game is that people weren't allowing the things that happen outside of the game gone. This is an all stars game. We're playing all stars. And so we're playing right now. And so whenever Devin came to me and he made that connection and he let me know about the Phil and the Snoop, and then he said, "Hey, this are people that were with you prior to you being voted out." So I knew, hey, if I came back in, those are people I can go back to if they're still in. And I went back to Phil and Snoop. I went back to Phil and Soup, and Devin came back to me. And so these are little bitty things that I had in my game that I like just like laid out. Keyshawn, he came to me, he talked to me prior to, and I wanted to keep that connection because me and Keyshawn were from season 5, but I also knew that he could be something that I could not trust in the long haul. And so I wanted to make sure I kept my distance. And so these are the little things that like I played out with my game. I wasn't in the game to make big moves because I couldn't make big moves. I wasn't in from day one. Devin was able to crack the code, get the coup d'etat, steal the anonymous HOH. Like he was able to get these things. I was not able to. All I had was the things that people brought into the jury or brought back into the battle back, and then I was able to take and not you like and like move forward. Um, and so when it came back in, and I actually like won the battle back, and I actually won HOH, which was like a very laughing moment according to Zach. It's Devin stole it. In my head, I knew Devin had it, but in my head also, I said, "Why go against like Devin right now? That's creating enemies, and you have to know when to create enemies and when to like create ally." And I stuck with Devin because I knew what at some point I had to turn against him. And at some point I did turn against him. Like we tried to get the Phil vote switched. We tried to do certain things. There were certain things that happened. And so throughout this whole entire game, I basically maneuvered in the shadows compared to him maneuvering with big moves. our games are different because I wasn't able to be in the game from the very start. I wasn't able to get the information, but the information that I was able to get, I did turn that on at the end, and I was able to like maneuver and say, "Hey, let's do this. Let's switch this up. Let's do this." I created a whole entire alliance with Darnell. I created alliance with Courtney. There was things that were done outside of the big picture here.
Listen, I'm starting to get season 6 flashbacks, and y'all about to piss me off. Okay? Do not make me put on a time limit for when y'all close this shit out. Wrap it up. All right? So, starting with our first juror, Samantha, who are you asking a question to first?
Um, I'll ask Cody first. Okay. So I had to write this down before I forgot because I just woke up. So I did try to speak to you in the game. I did share a lot with you. I know that you needed info and I gave that to you because actually some people that I spoke to in the game did say Cody is someone who you can trust and someone who can build trust with you, but he needs to feel like he can trust you in order for you guys to have a good flowing conversation. So I did take that information from other people in the game and I did try to have that with you. And basically what I got was like, yeah, girl, win that veto, or we'll talk after veto, blah, blah, blah. So my question is, if we didn't have the conversation, that connection, that relationship in the game, why should I give you my vote?
Sam, first of all, I do want to apologize because I wasn't able to turn in my goodbye message in time to get to you. Everyone else did get one. I apologize. I'm terrible at this. This is my first time being this far in the game. Um, I don't know if you want to respond to that or not. Yeah. So secondly, when it came to communication and so on and so forth, I did come back in from day one and said, "Hey, I know everyone has had their own entire groups. They've had 3 rounds, 4 rounds where they have worked with people. If you want to work with me, you can communicate with me." And I think that was one of our number one downfalls because like the communication wasn't there at the very beginning. Everyone else created chat with me, you did not. So whenever the HOH was stolen, it was like, all right, cool. Because honestly, Sam, you were probably gonna be a nomination. You and K, like honestly, when Devin stole it, I was like, this is
You
better.
told me.
Like I said, this is better for me because Devin basically did my nominations. Like I'm glad that he like solidified and said what he did, but like I was like, I didn't want to be HOH. I was like, he did exactly what I wanted him to do, and I was happy with it because I really wanted to win veto. And I told my battleback buddy Michael about that. And so for you to give me your nomination, I wanted to work with you, but it didn't seem like you wanted to work with me. Even whenever I won my HOH, I saw you in the corner kind of like laughing because like I know that Arir really wanted that HOH. And so whenever I outscored him, it was kind of like, oh damn. Okay. So like it like everything threw me off. And so I was just kind of put off with you in a whole. And I want you to understand that because I know you from the outside. And I know how good of a competition beast you are. And like I knew that you were probably working with Arir and you were probably working with Devin, but on the low side. And so I was just like, I can't fuck with her. Because so I gotta get her out as soon as possible because she ain't even trying to willing to communicate, like create a chat with me, and I would be cool with you. I wanted to work with you, but you didn't give me that opportunity. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Do you have a question for Devin?
I do. Um, I feel like I have a million fucking questions for you. But um okay, so Devin, we spoke a lot in the game every day. We shared that we wouldn't go against each other in the game. You spoke a lot about loyalty. You know how I am as a player. where was your loyalty with me in this game? And yeah, that's what I want to.
What's up, Sam? Um, so as far as you are involved, my loyalty to you in this game, like I was with you, Sam, and it's right that I was never going to put you up. I would have never done that. But I'm gonna be honest, I was making sure that there was other people that were going to do that by the information I was giving them. You know what I mean? Um, and honestly, with you, it was hard because I feel like maybe since like we've like played close before, like you know my game, so um, I had to use the small stuff that you did give me, mostly with like Snoop and Phil. Um, but yeah, so I was with you. I wasn't going to put you up, but I was definitely behind your back with a knife.
That is it.
Alrighty, next up is Keekster.
Good evening, gents. Congratulations to you both for making it to this point. My first question is for Devin. Love the bifocals tonight, looking very studious and prepared for class. Um, it's very obvious that you are synonymous with this season. So my question for you would be, what is something perhaps that you did or had a huge role in that people on the jury may not know about?
Hmm. Something I had a big part in that you guys didn't know about. Um, I honestly feel like I played a part in a lot of things this season. I didn't like I always wanted to be the one driving the boat. Um, I would say something you guys didn't know about would be, well, talked about it earlier in my speech, but I think that me voting Zach first, that was a big moment because in our alliance, the plan was to put Zach last so he could be last, end up being out of the game and stuff. But I really in this game, although I had my alliance, the one relationship, I also have my alliance that was super important and pivotal to my game was Zach. And I think just like rating him number one, all us honoring our deals that we made and stuff, I think that would be the biggest thing that you guys didn't know about because my game was so public and out there.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Cody, so proud and happy to see you here. So my question for you, I actually had a question, but I changed it after your speech earlier. So a lot of your speech, I think shed some light on your game, which is good because I think some people may not have had some insight. But a lot of your speech also drew direct connections to Devin and Devin's game and Devin's connections. So is there anything you can share with us that's not Devin related specifically that would make us want to vote you the advantage to him?
Yeah, no, completely. So number one, I had to go into the battle back and like be back in there and just listen for information. It's crazy because this is 36 days, and so 36 days is the amount of time that I spent, away, where I had nothing but time to think and see how things were like played out. And whenever people came into the battle back competition, it was just like the information was given. It was about Devin, Devin, Devin. And so whenever you say that a lot of information is pertaining to Devin, well, you guys let Devin run this game. Like, you guys let Devin run this game. Devin saved a rear. Devin pulled a coup d'etat. Devin, and then no one ever went after Devin. And it was like, this is crazy. Like, why are you guys not going after Devin? And then Courtney was the one person who was going after Devin. And then honestly, if you ask anybody in this jury right now, who did I go to and make a final two? That was with Courtney because I said, yo, bitch, if you get to the final two, if you are with me, you deserve to win in a sense. I feel like I played it a little bit better because I went to the final two with someone who has been on this block the whole entire time. But I honestly feel like you guys just let Devin do everything. And for me, it wasn't letting Devin do everything because at a certain point, I went to Sam and I was like, Sam, I was like, what are we doing with this Darnell and this let me see. I have it written down here. I have it Darnell and someone else vote, and it was like, let's flip this shit. Darnell and Phil vote. I was like, let's flip this because I knew Phil and Sam were close, and I said, Phil. I said, Sam, if they're willing to cut you at this point, they're gonna cut you at a later point. I brought it up. And so I tried to switch the votes. Keyshawn, you were a fucking casualty, baby. I'm sorry. I love you to death, but baby, like I wanted Zach to get out a rear, and I knew a rear and Devin were close. And so my game, I had moves, I had motives, I had things that I was doing, but I wasn't able to show them off because I wasn't here from day one where I could win coup d'etat or anonymous HOH or win HOHs or battle. Like I couldn't do that. When I was able to shine, who was scared? And they stole my HOH.
Thank you guys. Best of luck.
Next up, Phil.
Hello, final two. Congratulations. Cody, my first question is going to be for you. Um, it is very difficult for me to wrap my head around voting for someone who was out of the game for so long. Can you explain to me how you utilize your time out of the game to help get you to the point where you are right now?
Definitely. So one of the things when I got out of the game from day one, it was just like I'm known to like be talkative. I like to talk. I like to like keep it lively and shit like that. So in the battle back, it was just like I was in there with Michael and I was in there with Ashley, and then I was in there with Roxy. Roxy was already a flop whenever it came to like the whole entire competition. Her internet connection was not there. And then Ashley and Michael and I, we just kind of like weren't the best. So I just kind of kept to myself and I just allowed information to flow into me and take it in, you know, see that Judy was eliminated by Devin. Like, that's crazy, right? Because Judy was just sitting here giving Devin all the praise. He deserves to be here. He deserves this. Like Joanne coming in here, hearing the story about how this flipped around and she was said. I already knew in my head, I was like, that had a little bit of Devin, but in reality, what Joy said or Crystal said, it had a little bit of you. So I don't know where this information come from because I feel like Devin used you as the messy person, where he would probably use me. I would be the messy one. And so he had you. And so you were the messy person and you were able to go out there and do the different things that you were able to do. And so I just saw that in my battle back competition. And then whenever I had the ring the alarm competition, I had to keep on remembering myself there. Like, I'm an all-star for a reason, right? Like, I got invited back for a reason. And so when I got invited back, I had to sit here and like clock in because I almost went out in the very first round against Ashley. And I clocked back in and then I came in number one. And then I came back into the competition and I won HOH, which was not intended. That was not intended. I did not want that. And so when they got stolen, I know it seemed like I was upset, but bitch, no, I was okay because guess what? Someone else made a decision for me, and I didn't want to be on the bad part of like, oh, now he's choosing sides. Because guess what? Val just gave out her whole Illuminati thing, and you were just messy enough to say, Cody, can we talk into another room? And I was just like, not with you. Not with you, not right now. But like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of how I felt with the battle back is I just like utilized information. And when I came back in, even you said, what did you hear? And I said, I heard this, but I didn't hear it. Like I wasn't really paying attention, but I was. I have my notebook, I have my receipts, I have everything right here. Like I acted dumb this whole entire competition, but I knew what was going on.
Thank you, love. Um, Devin. Hello, beautiful. Um, so I want to say congratulations on making Final Two. I believe the most important thing for someone sitting in Final Two is jury management. Because the only way for you to win the game is if I and us want to vote for you. I kind of don't, if I'm being honest. There were things in the game that you mentioned about past situations that were very personal. We kind of got into it, and it essentially extended to the fact of I wouldn't want to bring these things up, vote you out of the game, slash vice versa. I do feel like used in that fact. And then to extend that, when I was eliminated from the game, of course, you blindsided me, and despite the game move, I kind of don't mind it. I think it's smart. I think I was a good player in certain senses. However, you did not send me a goodbye message. There was not a like thoughtful exit when it came to me as a juror. And I feel like that is a consistent with some of the other jurors. So, considering that it doesn't seem like your jury management was the best, and I feel like jury management is the most important thing for you right now, why should I still vote for you to win if you did not execute that properly? Make me want to vote for you, because right now, I do not.
First off, it's good to see you again. I think hands down, I can easily say you were the hardest vote out for me. I almost got a strike in the game because um, you weren't in the chat, but I went to the chat just to like talk to myself. And they was like, "Are you crazy?" Like I was like, "No, he's not in here and stuff." It's like it was real with you. Like you were by far the hardest vote. My messenger does this thing sometimes where you send a video and then it says couldn't send in red. I didn't notice that until after the eviction, and at that point I tried to resend it to them, but they said it wasn't. I missed that, so I do apologize for that. Now, as far as you in the game, we had our first hurdle that we crossed, which we really did cross that because tension did get thick with us a little bit on the small things that we addressed with like reading the text and those different kind of things. And once we crossed that hurdle, I did feel like we were back and we were good. But I think that due to circumstances in the game, such as touchy subjects, and I think the ranking and stuff when that came out, I think that you are a smart player. And I think that you were one that was looking at those further more like you were investigating that stuff and trying to like you were trying to make sense of that and you wanted I could see the gears in your head turning and I could also see you wanting it to click with other people as well. Like we would be on Zoom and you'd openly like, so what do we think about this and stuff? And although I could be wrong, but I feel like you felt similar to me in this game, whereas like we were together and we didn't want to go after each other, but I felt like it was getting to a point where you could see that I needed to get out of this game and I had to act on that. And that's just my gut feeling that I had, and that's all I have to go on in these games. But we'll talk more later and stuff. But I'm just glad to be able to talk to you like outside of a game aspect and stuff, and I appreciate playing with you.
Thank you. Thank you both. Good luck.
Next up, Courtney.
Congrats, you two. I'm so proud of both of you. I'm going to start with Cody. Cody, as you can see, you called me a Pawn Star, so I wanted to honor that. My question to you is, you did create a final two with me, and if our path to the end depended on one of us gaining power, and I was consistently closer to winning those competitions than you were, was that part of the reason why you really wanted to work with me? And if not, what role did I actually play in your end game?
Yeah, that's a good question. So you consistently being able to get close to power, that was a part of the game. When it came to touchy subjects, I did rank you as like one of the most strategic. Like I knew, like I was like, this guy right here, he's killer. I don't understand how they not seeing it, but they saw it and they were scared of you, and so they were continuously putting you up. And so for me, it was just like, okay, so we think alike. And it was just like, I need you on my side. But the information that I had, because I know that you're close to Bree. And so Bree is a note take, like Bree, she loves you. I don't know if you know that or not, but she loves you. Whatever it was like a season pass, like she was like, I gave him all my notes. And I know Bree, she's very smart with notes. So in the battle back, I got with Bree and I was like, send me all your notes. And so I had all her notes. So I had information of like what happened and so on and so forth. So when I was constantly telling you guys, I don't give me information, like tell me what happened or this or that. I had all the information. I was just underperforming just because why come into this battle of everyone, this war of everyone, where it was the Illuminati and like Devon's crew and so on and so forth, and create a new power struggle so that they can divert the energy towards me. No, like I had a great mentor who says, just come in offering offerings. And my offering was my vote. And I made sure I let him know where I was voting each and every time. And even when I thought about voting somewhere differently, whenever it came to the Sam and like the Phil and Darnell vote, it was just like, okay, let's keep it very silent, Sam. Like, I think I came to you, Courtney, and I said, Courtney, I said, we need Michael. And you went to like it was a whole entire maneuver, and we just couldn't maneuver that. And like I love it that Phil said, or the Devin said he almost got a strike. Bitch, I got a strike. I was not there for the Phil vote, so I got a strike. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Well, Bree is lying to you because I didn't talk to Bree at all about game in this game. So, my vote's still up in the air, but thank you. I appreciate that. Devin, congratulations. You are a beast, man. And my question for you is, at what point in the game did I stop being a pawn and become someone that you needed to beat? And why was there never a chance for us to really work together?
Can you ask it one more time just so I make sure I get everything?
What point in the game did I stop being a pawn for you and become somebody you needed to get out of the game? And why didn't we ever really have a chance to work together?
Okay, um, so ignore Ziggy, he's dreaming right now. So whenever I used the coup d'etat and put you up, that was the second time I put you up, and that was after I had told you that I wouldn't put you up. So from there, with me, like I had done the work before that vote started to make sure that we had the votes on Val. But I didn't go to everyone and try to get every vote. I just wanted to make sure we had enough, you know? So I wasn't expected to be unanimous or anything, but I did not want you to go right there. Um, and yes, you were still upon at that point. It was after the fact, which I understand your emotion and feeling like you're being toyed with and stuff. But from my perspective, um, like I did have my alliance and I had strong one-on-ones, and from a game perspective, it just like I told you before, you're my bottom chat, and I did a lot of talking with people and stuff. So from my view, I felt like you had something else going on that made you feel comfortable enough, I guess maybe to not talk as much with me. Um, which I think in the end turned out to be true because you had the Illuminati. Um, I you were still a pawn, but I think after your reaction at that point, I saw the player in you because you were doing that spat we had. I was seeing the things that you were saying that could make people perceive me like you. The main point you wanted to get across was like Devin says that his word is his word. Notice how Devin lied, and I saw what you were doing there and stuff, and at that point, honestly, in the game, I never want to say people are fully off the like I never want to say people are fully like I can't work with that person and stuff. So I did see the need for you to go based on how my other relationships were, but yeah, that it was easy to know when we were talking that you didn't want to play with me. Like it was obvious.
Okay. Well, I don't like the term Pawn Star, so I made a different term, Black King. So good luck to both of you, and yeah.
I'm sorry, my computer's
Good
being
for it,
stupid.
Black King. Go ahead, Black King. Black King.
Alrighty, next up is O'Reary. O'Reary, are you here? There you go.
Give me a second. I'm sorry. Can you come back to me?
Yes, we can. Just tag me in UDR when you're ready. Let's go to Michael.
Hello, gentlemen. Congratulations to the both of you guys. I will start off with you, Devin. So congratulations on making it to the final two. I think you really deserve it. My question is for you, what aspect did I,
Sorry, who'd you say?
Devin? Oh, hello, Devin. So my question is for you is were we ever close in the game when we were working together? Because I know you made it a lot of fun working with you in this game, but did you ever mean the friendship that we had, or was I just part of your game?
You were my final three. That was
I think your internet cut out.
about it. We were the real deal with you, and yeah, we were the real deal. And there's bitch, you don't want to get a beer with me?
I only said Zach because like he's closer. You know, he's closer to me versus like I had to take a whole plane to you. So logically, yes, it would have to be Zach. But okay, thank you. Cody, congratulations, battle back buddy. I've been hearing that a lot recently, but to me, it never felt true that I was your battle back buddy. You always kind of like our conversations were always one-sided, and you said you wanted to work with me, but it never felt that way. And I wanted to know, like, did you actually want to work with me, or what was happening with our conversations that we were taking?
So Michael, definitely coming from Battleback and then coming from season 5, it was just kind of like be aware. The number one thing that I did coming into this All-Star season, it's just like anyone within season 50 of Survivor is like you want to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes as you did in the last season that you played. So for me, I was just like, I don't want to like turn off or deter anyone who's willing to have a open game with me. And so, Michael, you were willing to have an open game with me. And so, when we came back from Battleback, we had our discussions and we moved forward with that. And we also said, hey, let's like play it off like because they're already going to expect us to be working together. So play it off like we're not really fucking with each other. And so that was kind of my whole entire game plan throughout the thing. And then going into it, whenever I got on the block and you just stopped communicating, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on, bruh. I was just like, "What happened?" That's my boy. Like I really wanted to go far in the game with them, and even when I did talk to you, and I'm sorry, like maybe my tone is like condescending or down talking or however you put it. Um, but whenever we did talk, it was just like we had a quick minute on Zoom to like get it go and get. And even in our chats, you were always busy with work. And so there was never opportunity that I had to like, yo, what are your thoughts or how you're feeling, so on and so forth. And so yes, I did want to work with you, but whenever there was no communication, whenever I was on the block, I was just kind of like, well, I guess that shows me where he is. And like I always checked in with you. Like we were put into breakout rooms. I was like, have you heard anything? How's your chats been? You know, so on and so forth. This is a quick minute. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's move back out before they assume that we're sticking together. And so I always wanted to downplay our connection, even though I was kind of fucking with you, bro.
All right. Thank you. Good luck to both of you. My vote is definitely up in the air.
Thank you, Michael. Next up, Snoops.
Congratulations to both of you. I'm gonna ask Cody's question first.
Soup.
um, it's good to see you. You earned your spot. Here's my question. What's something you did better than Devin in this game?
Something I did better than Devin in this game. I feel like my social game was better in this game. I wasn't as messy. I wasn't as like I had a interview in my diary room where it's like, do you believe that the winner of this game is going to be someone who creates chaos or has strategy? And I feel like it's more strategy because chaos was created with everything Devin did. like, like the coup d'etat, the anonymous HOH. Like I was happy when that shit got played because I was like, powers were out, like they were gone. You know, it couldn't be brought up later on down the road, and so that was a strategic plan in my head because I was like, boom, you know what? Even though Devin did what, I wasn't nominated. Guess what happened? I was moved into the jury, and so like I was a winner all around, and so I feel like strategically, anonymously, I played a better game than Devin. He was more out loud and personal and made enemies.
Thank you. All right. My next question's for Devin. Congratulations. You have also earned this. My question is, a few of the jury members were talking about how you maybe lied unnecessarily. How important was that to your game, and was it necessary?
Um, Thank you for the congratulations. And to the times that I lied unnecessarily, it's because I wanted, like, I've played this game so hard and like I want to be I wanted to be here in these final two chairs. You know what I mean? So the times when I would have lied unnecessarily was times when like before, like if I wanted someone to save me, like I needed people to have this. I already had this like imagery being built around me with the ranking, the touchy subjects, Judy, Keyshawn, so I had to be that extra to try and change that narrative to get people to see through a different lens with me. I didn't want to rely on alliances. I didn't want to rely on just the social. I didn't want to just rely on winning the comp and not doing. I wanted to be secure across the map, um, and I know that's a choice. But in the position that I was in, I felt like that was necessary for my like survival and longevity in this game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Snoops. Next up, Zachariah with my favorite shirt.
Yes,
Second favorite shirt.
sir.
It's not the ice cream cones, but you were close.
Oh, okay. All right, fellas. I'll start with Devin first. Um, Devin. Um, hmm. I hate the fact that I'm agreeing with Phil right now, but you were also you were the only member of the final three that didn't send me a goodbye message. So, um, also, totally lost my train of thought here. Um, really, what I'm trying to get at is you and I had a conversation more than once, okay, about like not caring about threats, and you didn't really like the strategy of, and this is no shade to anybody here, you didn't like the strategy of taking goats to the end, right? You didn't care about threats or anything like that. So just what I'm viewing now, and there's no question here that you played a phenomenal game and all that, but you pretty much told me all of this, and I just want to know why I should reward this type of gameplay with my vote if you kept telling me that you didn't really agree with that playstyle, but I feel like this is the playstyle that you adapted even though you so vehemently were against. So why should I reward that type of playstyle with my vote?
The only conversation, Zach, that I had concerning the veto. Everything on my end with you was 100%. I didn't turn on you until you tried to take a shot at me. And from there, we're at the end of the game. I've had my people that have been loyal to me from the beginning. And although we had our deals and stuff going, and that was great for us, like it didn't overrule the fact that you are a competitor in this game that's winning and you tried to get me out literally the round before. I said something when I nominated Keyshawn in this game. If you keep it straight up with me, I'm going to keep it straight up with you. If you give me bullshit, I'm going to be bullshit. I'm going to bullshit right back. And in that moment, you had literally just tried to get me out and stuff. So although that is what I saw in the game, that's not what you saw. And I had to act on that. So I hope I get your vote. I think I've played this game hard, and I did play this game with you, and I didn't turn on you until you tried to get me. Every conversation we had in this game was legit and real, except that last conversation.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cody, I'm gonna throw you a bit of a curveball here because I had a question planned for you, and I'm gonna switch it up on you. So you made a point that you weren't here for a lot of the game, and you didn't get a chance to win a coup d'etat or an anonymous HOH, and I get that. But after the battle back, you had as equal chance to win a competition as anybody else.
Yeah.
So can you tell me why
Did I?
you maybe weren't able to get into that winner's position again? Was it because you weren't good at the comps? Was it because you weren't trying to win the comps? Um, Maybe it was a strategy for you not to win. I mean, can you kind of open up a little bit more about maybe why you weren't able to or didn't want to win?
Hey Zach, so the question, I love the question, and you know, the one thing I would say is that did I have the opportunity? Because when it came to vetoes, I didn't play any veto until I was on the block. Actually, the other battle back winner, which was Michael, he played in all the vetoes once he came back in. And so I never had an opportunity to actually win anything besides HOH. And then when it came to HOH, do I really want to win HOH and have to make these decisions in the middle of a war? Like you guys are going against the Illuminati, you're going against Courtney, you're going against this. I'd rather just like be able to win a veto and be able to talk to somebody on the outside and say, hey, let's switch the votes up and make something different. Because in reality, I knew Devin was fucking Devin. I feel like Devin and O'Rear were running the fucking game, by the way. Just so y'all know. Devin and O'Rear run the game, and like Snoop and Phil were on the outside, and I just didn't like that feeling. And so for me, it was like you always saw Devin saving O'Rear, saving O'Rear, saving O'Rear, saving O'Rear, and I was just like, that's not okay. That's not okay. And Phil and Snoop, when are you gonna see that this is not how it should be? And so that's when I went to Courtney and I said, hey, boo, boo, boo. And then we came to you, Zach, and Keyshawn and Zach were on the block, and we're like, who do we save? Keyshawn needs to go because boo, boo, he already considered me a wild card according to Sam. Like Sam already said that Devin and Keyshawn considered me a wild card. So for me, it was just like, all right, let's say Zach, because Zach don't like O'Rear. So I can get rid of one of these people that I don't like that's not communicating with me. But Zach, guess what you didn't do? You didn't put O'Rear on the fucking block, and you didn't even renominate him whenever you want. Like I was just like blown. I was like, my whole entire reason to getting rid of Keyshawn, someone who I thought was someone strong to me, is because I'm keeping Zach, who's gonna go after O'Rear, and you didn't go after O'Rear, you went after Phil. Like, I don't know. So, like, that's kind of where I am with my shit. Like, that's my thought process. I don't know if I answered your question, but that's kind of what it is, my boy.
All right. No further questions, Your Honor.
Alrighty, so before we get to Darnell, I am going to go back to O'Rear. O'Rear sent a question for me to read out loud. It's the same question for both of you. Um, I will let Cody go first. The question is, what did you do to change slash better your game from the first time that you played? Whenever you're ready, Cody.
So, um, I think the number one thing is that when I came into this game, like I said earlier, is that like just like Survivor season 50, with Aubrey, she didn't want to make the same mistakes, and so for me, it was the same thing. And when I came into this game, before I came into this game, I said, you know what, I would love if Dave was in here. Like I feel like we didn't do him justice in season 5, and so I wanted to play with him. And then I said BDL. And so BDL came in and Dave was not here. And so it was like, all right, let's figure this shit out. And so I just kind of like made myself more able to play with everyone. I think that like I usually like center myself around people who are new and have no clue about how these other people play. But I was willing to play with everyone. And if everyone wasn't willing to play with me, then I had to like cut them out at some way, shape, or form. But the funny thing is that I was eliminated night 1. And so everyone that I wanted to work with was eliminated shortly after me. And I had to come back into a game of people that I wanted to get out. And I was able to get you all out until I was here in the final 2. And so these are things that like I like did differently within my game, is that I was willing to work with everyone and make amends and friends with everyone before I had to cut them.
Alrighty, Devin, same question for you. I will repeat it. What did you do to change slash better your game from the first time that you played?
So the f- the first time I played originals, it was like my first org I ever played. I'd never viewed a game. I didn't know anything about orgs. I just loved Big Brother, and I came in and I was a mess. I was a hot mess. I was calling people out. I was making emotional decisions. Um, I was just a really, I'm not gonna say I was a bad player. I was just super sloppy, and I knew I wanted to like change that this time. So I came in and um, O'Rear's here, and O'Rear was my enemy in my last game. So the name of the game for me was just like being good socially. I wanted to nurture my one-on-ones with everyone. Um, I was asking everyone to like, I wanted to have like an ongoing one-on-one with everyone, like getting on Zooms, talking. I wanted to just, even when things would get like messy or I'd like disagree, have an argument with someone, I would go back and then instead of writing them off, which I would have done last game, I tried to make that better. And I can use Keyshawn as an example. We had our stuff that you guys all saw, but on the game end of stuff, I think a lot of you guys expected me to nominate Keyshawn the next time I won. But me and Keyshawn came together and we don't want to make this game easy for anyone else. So I think just having like true, honest discernment is what I did differently this game.
Wrapping us with a bow is Darnelli.
All right. Congrats. I guess I'll start with Cody. Hi there, Cody.
I don't know.
So I did have a different question for you until listening to not only your opening speech, but others answers to the questions that was asked. And you mentioned that you tried to flip the flip, which where I was nominated. If I recall, we had a conversation where we were gonna like continue to work together and try to get to the end together without people noticing. And that was like literally the round before that. And so my question is, did you come up with that plan to like work with me to just have it like be convenient for me to be in your pocket? Or did you actually have any intentions on doing it? Because I personally feel like you wasted my hot tub time because I could have had that hour and relaxed.
Not the hot tub time, no. So first of all, when it came down to the field vote and you, Darnell, it was I had to go to Sam, and ooh, I had to go to Sam, and I said, Sam, what are you thinking? Which is Snoop, and Snoop says, I'm thinking this way, but I don't have to be swayed this way. Like I don't have to go along with whatever everyone wants to do in a sense. And so for me, it was just like, well, this is an opportunity. Like you have to jump at opportunities in this game. And so this was an opportunity for us to break the O'Rear, Devin, Phil, is Snoop's dynamic. And so I was like, well, if we can vote out Darnell, who I really want to fucking work with, I do want to fucking work with you, bro. Like, and that was the case. Like, once you go back and you look at the audience page and you look at my video that I sent with the audience, you'll see. And so, but like one of the things is like if I had to like switch up on the vote at this time at this moment, then it was I needed to switch up on that vote at this time at that moment. And it just didn't work out and you were still here. And so we were able to move on. And I had that in the backup. Like I make plans. Like you have to make plans in this game. You can't just go in here and be like, Devin's my number one plan. Like, no, I know I needed to make sure that Darnell was good because Darnell and I, according to Hans, have this beef. And so I was like, let's squash that shit because I don't have a beef with you, bro. Like I really care a lot about you, and I think that you're a very talented player. But also, I know that I needed you in this game, and so whenever I did spend time with you on the Zoom, it was like legit. So it wasn't a waste of hot top time. Sorry that you felt that way. Don't roll your eyes.
No, I was just trying to make sure you answered the question.
Did I not hear it? Like
No.
you weren't a backup plan. Like I literally legit wanted to fucking work with you, and I think everyone would have been gagged. But in the end, you were.
And that's what I'm saying though, Cody. It's like we made that and then you were talking about voting me out the very next round.
No, it wasn't the very next round though.
It was the very next round. Keyshawn went that round, and who went after? Zach won HOH, nominated me and Phil.
All right.
So yeah, that's all. Devin. You did a lot of glazing in this game, like a whole lot. And I'm not only referring to myself because it appeared that you did that with everybody in this game, including the people that are probably no longer here and are on live watching. Um, was the gassing people up to burst their bubbles later a part of your game, or was it paranoia paired with desperation to get you to this point?
Um, Honestly, it was desperation. Like I desperately wanted to be in these seats, and um, I say that with my whole chest. Like I wanted to be in these seats. This was really, really important to me, and I have a lot of passion behind it here. And like I said, I didn't want to. There was like, let's be real. I don't think anybody would have brought me to the end with them. You know, even my number one started to change their story on that. You know, I felt like the glazing, however you guys might see it, was me wanting to ensure that I at least stood a chance if you guys did have to make a decision in bringing me. Um, I know that it doesn't feel good. Um, and for that, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna own it and tell you the truth about it.
And it is time for closing statements. I swear on everything. If you motherfuckers sit here and talk and I start thinking, "Oh wow, they're still talking," I'ma just remove you. Okay? Like I'm getting to that point. Okay? So, say what you got to say. Leave it all on the floor in 3 minutes or less. I don't know why that's, you know? So, put it all on the floor in 3 minutes or less. Okay? If you talk long, if I zone out and zone back in and you still talking, don't be mad at me. Okay? But I will at least give you 3 minutes or less. Okay? So, Devin went first in the intro, so that means Cody will be starting us off. Put it on the flow in 3 minutes or less.
All right. So 3 minutes or less. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Hopefully I was able to answer the questions that you had. If I wasn't able to answer the questions that you had, I apologize. My game was completely different than Devin's game. I wasn't able to do this or that, but like in Big Brother, you also have to memorize that it's like socially a strategic game. And so socially, I maneuvered behind the scenes. Devin even congratulated me because he said you kept your threat level very low, being a battle back winner. So I maneuvered throughout this game without any alliances. I just had people that I talked to on one. So I appreciate being here. I had fun being in All Stars. This was an amazing opportunity. Um, if I lose to someone who did a fantastic job as far as big bangs. But other than that, socially strategic and making sure I didn't piss people off, I think I did an okay job. And so thank you very much for your time. And I think that's less than 3 minutes.
Good job. Devin.
Okay, Jerry, thank you for all you guys' questions. And in front of you, you have two very different games. You have Cody, who played a game of survival. He fought, he scraped, and he stayed in the game. And that's a respectable path. On my side, you have a game of intentionality. I didn't just survive this game, I created it. I set the tone, I built the structures, and I managed the relationships. When I used a power, it wasn't to hide, it was to steer. When I cut someone, it wasn't because I didn't care, it was because I had a vision for this house that required me to be the one holding the pen. I came here to play at the highest level possible. I didn't hide behind others. I didn't wait for the game to happen to me, and I didn't shy away from the hard decisions. I took every risk, I owned every mistake, and I embraced every bit of the intensity that this cast brought to the table. If you want to vote for the player who survived, that is a valid choice. But if you want to vote for the player who ran this house, the player who wasn't just a participant but the architect, then you know who this game belongs to. I am proud of the game I played. I'm proud of the relationships I built, and I'm proud of the way I conducted myself. It has been an absolute honor playing with every single one of you, and I really hope I get your vote.
Look at that. You see? See how easy that was? I'm proud of the both of y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all less nervous now, I could tell. Good job. One at a time, I will call you to your diary room for the last time, bless God, where you will cast your vote to win. So, you can say a statement as you're voting, just please don't allude to who you're voting for. Capiche, Capran? Awesome. For the final time, first person up, Samantha.
It's just in the DR, or am I saying it?
In your DR.
Oh, okay. I don't have nothing to say. Congratulations to you both, and good luck to you both.
Keekster.
Congrats, gents. I'm casting my vote for the player that I believe most clearly communicated his game.
Phil Nye, the science guy. Phil.
No comment. Good luck.
Courtney.
Good luck to the both of you. I hate you both, but I am also just kidding. So.
Michael.
Congratulations to you both. I am voting for the player who also best explains their game as well.
Snoops.
Congratulations to both of you and good luck.
Zachariah.
I feel like I had my mind made up coming into this, but I think I have been swayed the other direction. So, good luck. Congratulations.
Last but certainly not least, Darnelli.
Congrats to both of y'all. I feel like both of y'all wasted my precious time, so be looking out for a fucking invoice. What is on my lip?
Was there something on your lip I hadn't noticed?
I don't know. What is on my lip?
What was on your lip? What? Thank you so much, just a few moments.
Yeah, good luck, Evan. You got this. What's she smoking? Blueberry Fuego?
I wish.
That's smart.
Cody.
Roxy.
Cody.
Mabel.
Oh my God. Everybody's coming.
Darnell.
Oh my God.
What's up, guys?
Alrighty, friends, I have the votes. Ooh, before we get to the votes, let me just say, what a hell of a season. It was a roller coaster from start to finish. Um, and I will say, I think after this season, we're taking a long break, a longer break than we've ever taken. You're not going to see from us for a while. But the next season will be an all newbie season, so don't forget about us too much. But in terms of what are we doing? Nothing for a very long time. Okay, so let's get into it. Congratulations to both Devin and Cody. Here are the votes. So, Samantha voted for Devin to win Big Brother Originals. Let me move this actually.
Who's Bob?
Just make me a I don't want to be a 0 vote finalist. Like, can I at least get 1 vote? That's all I want.
Keyshawn voted for Devin to win All Stars. Devin is up 2-0. Moving on to Phil's vote. Phil voted for Devin to win All Stars, up 3-0. Moving on to Courtney. Courtney voted for Devin to win All Stars. Devin just needs 1 more vote to win. Let's see what O'Rear decided to do. O'Rear decided to vote for. Congratulations, Devin. You have won Big Brother Originals All Stars, and you
Yes.
are making history, Devin. You are the first winner to win unanimously by a vote of 9-0. Congratulations.
Good job.
Say something.
Speech.
I appreciate you guys so much. This was a crazy game, but I wasn't kidding when I say this is like a serious big deal for me. Like I just literally applied to Big Brother one day on YouTube and Han saw my video and then I came in and didn't get to jury and this was a big goal for me and I'm proud of myself and I'm happy I got to meet all you guys and thanks for hearing me out.
So for everyone, you guys we'll send links to the audience page, both in the jury chat and in the living room chat. Yeah, reunion time. Grab a drink if you ain't got one. We could talk about it or not. You guys don't have to stay if you don't want to.
Good job, Cody.
Good job, guys. Congratulations, Devin.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Devin.
Hey, Rox, Bree, Crystal.
Hi, Devin. O'Rear, we're talking.
Oh, you know my name now, Devin.
Right?
What?
What are you talking about?
Then you guys didn't know my name in that
Right?
morphomatic.
Girl,
thing.
that did not look like you.
You were Darnell. I knew it was me. I knew it
Cody.
was me. I was like, I knew who it was. It was me.
Cody.
Wait, everybody struggled with that one?
Yes.
Everybody
Go
did.
with it.
Michael and Crystal was like the craziest one.
Who was Crystal with? Was Crystal with you?
Michael. It was with Michael.
Michael.
From my Darnell and Devin, I've met you in person, and you couldn't even remember my name. You guys are going through the whole list, and you're like, who? Oh, Crystal. Thanks.
Cody.
What, Roxanne?
Called it, my boy.
Man, it's what it is.
No, remember in our chat? Where you sitting, boy? I called that.
Didn't work out.
Minion, what are you?
Didn't work out.
It didn't, it ain't. One of us is sitting there.
Exactly.
My brother, my brother.
One of us.
Minion, you say hi to everybody?
Say,
That's my artistic boy.
oh,
What are you doing, Minion? He's doing. Say hi to all my friends. Hi. Yeah. You say hi, everybody. Hi, hi.
I have a question, Devin.
Yes.
Did you have anything to do with me getting up on the block?
I didn't tell Phil to like put you up, but I think like
I do got a question. That is, Phil, what was your beef with the older ladies, dog?
Yeah, really.
I have absolutely no beef with older ladies.
Older women.
I love them all. Truly, it is a respect thing. I wasn't scared of none of these other people. I was scared of you. I was scared about, it was respect. It was truly like, you guys are intelligent, smart. If anyone's gonna clock me, it would be y'all. And that's what it was.
got rid of everybody that I would want to fucking work with.
Sorry.
I'll take it, Phil. I'll take it.
And that's the truth. Love you all 100%.
Right.
Not annoying.
We had short conversations.
I'm pretty sure Devin did tell me that your name specifically, like that you specifically mentioned, like remember the joke. I don't know if it was Devin who told me. Someone told me.
It was. So what I was saying
okay.
was I didn't tell him to put you up, but like I definitely was like open with him about like stuff that was said. I forget what it was too. Something with the Judy thing, right, Phil? It was
that we went by it too fast. Well, Crystal, you know what you said. Did you feel some type of way about the Joanne and Judy situation with me? Because I think that's what was relayed. That you were kind of like, ooh, what was that Joanne Judy situation?
It's because I believed you that you were told by somebody else that Joanne said that you were the one that actually said it.
Yeah, I was. I lied.
And so I didn't know that. And so like, that kind of irked me, you know.
Okay. And I didn't lie about what she said. I lied about claiming that someone else told me. She did say that. I heard her say that, and I'm the one who told her, but I didn't. No
I
one
don't
else.
care. I was watching
Devin,
this
I
whole
need
TV.
a
You
photo
all
for the
nuts.
winner's wall if you're still here.
You all crazy.
Where is Devin? Welcome to the winner's wall, Devin.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Ain't nobody said it yet. Motherfucking Devin's got a shirt on.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, you guys want to know what sound I went out on? The flippin' purge noise. It scared me out of my skin. And so I jumped, and so I got out because of that. And I was in the final four.
My shit was glitching.
I hate that purge sound now.
Right?
I have PTSD from that game, from that comp. And the color one. They both did me dirty. Both seasons.
Damn, Sam.
Oh shit! I forgot about the polls. My bad. Hold on. Let me get that pulled up.
Sam, you got a headache or something? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Over there holding your head.
No, I'm on the audience page.
Okay, so I asked the audience
already watched that.
Everybody shut up. I asked the audience who their favorite house guest was. Any guesses?
Darnell.
Darnell.
Devin.
With 37% of the vote, close to 37%. The audience favorite house guest this season was, congratulations, Zach.
Actually, I did vote for you, Zach.
You were
Sorry.
the audience favorite this season.
I'm gagged.
Who did the
That
audience?
was true gaggery, huh?
He was truly guy. He really didn't think it was him at all. Who did the audience say was the hero of the season?
I think I said Zach.
Zach or Courtney.
I would say Courtney.
Because he was the block star.
Probably Zach.
Mm-hmm.
With an overwhelming majority, with 52.2% of the vote. Congratulations, Zach. You were considered
Oh
the
my
hero
God.
of the season.
The people
Guys.
I actually did vote for you on both of those, Zach.
In,
My God.
in the antithesis of that, who do you think the audience said was the villain of the season? Pre-jury, don't shut up.
I think it was me.
Who did the audience say was the villain of the season? Who do you guys think?
It's Devin.
Probably Devin.
With an overwhelming majority, 69% of the vote. Congratulations, Devin. You're the villain of the season.
All right, so when it's heroes versus villains, I want us to unlock.
And fun question for no reason. Who would you want as a Big Brother coach? Any guesses?
I know what I put. I know.
None of you, but
I picked Devin or Sam.
With a decent majority, 45% also went to Devin. They would want you as a Big Brother coach. That's that question for no reason.
Nice.
So make sure you apply for Big Brother again.
Next season. Shit,
You get it.
2 seasons I applied, Angela went on both seasons.
If I'm being honest with you, you actually should apply for Survivor. I genuinely think, like, you're a great Big Brother player. There's no doubt about that. But like the way you play Big Brother is as a Survivor player. Like even the strategies that y'all was doing was like y'all knew what the alliance was. Y'all was finding cracks in an alliance, and that doesn't really happen in Big Brother. People don't really find cracks and exploit them, right? That's a very Survivor thing to do.
That's Survivor.
And I think that's why you guys, you're a Survivor player for sure. Like, I thought it was insane. And also the way y'all had Samantha frazzled, like literally every day. Every day. Every day.
I watched them videos.
Samantha would come in every day, talk about, I don't know what to do. They keep fucking out. Like, shit, it's just too, oh my God, I got to get on Zoom and have this conversation. No, you don't.
I love you, Sam.
No, you don't.
I thought that was well known because Samantha was in my chats every day spiraling.
No, literally. And like I can't say nothing, but like the way I wanted to be like, you could just not listen to them. You know, like
I don't shade, but every time I would get a message, I would say, "Oh, here she goes again."
You know, you ain't got to believe it. You know.
I would just be at work minding my business. Oh, here she goes.
Well, Samantha would spend dusk till dawn panicking, and then got offended when people said she was the most paranoid. Me?
Fonz.
Yeah.
I just added Joanne to the Battleback chat because she wasn't in it, and she was just asking me how I got on the Zoom. There she goes. There she is.
Thanks, Crystal.
Hi, Joanne. Sorry, I didn't check my phone, Joanne.
That's all right.
Joanne.
Hey.
Hi.
You did such a great job, Zach.
No, thanks.
You did.
Appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the votes. It means a lot.
My favorite part of all of it is watching your guys' videos. Devin, I swear. I literally watched yours daily because it was fucking comical.
Which video?
Yours.
Like the music video?
Bitch, be gone.
I will say, as you guys rejoin the audience page, it was there are a lot of strong feelings. A lot of strong feelings.
Yeah.
And
good.
I'm still trying to like mentally. I haven't formed an opinion on the feelings, but I will say that it's easier to have an opinion if you won in the season, right? So like, I'm not pop your shit, you know. If you feel like you got to cuss somebody out, cuss them out. All I'm saying is Hans ain't do nothing. I just want to make that very clear, okay?
Hans is
Hans just put y'all together. People watched it. They have their opinions. It is what it is, okay? But for
oh, there
the
are some comical videos
but y'all are
and some emotional ones.
y'all was in the season. The people that have the opinions were not, okay?
Well,
I don't
so
like that wheel. I don't like the wheel. I really don't like the wheel. Love my partner, hate the wheel. That's how good. That wheel don't fucking like me. It is.
All right,
I
you
know.
guys, I gotta go, but it was really fun playing with you all. Congratulations to Devin
Snoop,
and
thanks for
Cody.
voting me. Thanks for voting to keep me, Snoop.
No prob. I wanted you to stay.
Thank you, Devin, too, and
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Snoop, for keeping Crystal. That was fantastic.
If we had time to talk before Crystal, I feel like our alliance would have had a plan, and then it would have been in. Zach, what would you have done actually?
Zach wasn't the HOH. Phil was.
Oh, no, it
Yeah, you
wasn't.
did.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
Phil
did.
was. Yeah,
You did. Yeah,
yeah.
Zach was before that. It was.
Devin, I need a winners photo.
Oh, you know what? Now there's 3 winners from season 4. Because Joanne won last season, right? Oh
Oh
wait, 2
yeah,
seasons ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking that today. I was like, no, season 4 is the most dominant season. Like, it's just like all of the. That's how lit y'all was. So, and I kind of knew that season 6. I think there were a couple people that would disagree, right? Like Leah would vehemently disagree. I think Val would disagree. I think, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Well, thanks for having me again, Hans. It was an awesome game. I enjoyed
Devin,
playing with all of y'all. Yeah, Joanne?
Devin, you did so amazing, and it was great to watch from the outside.
Thank you so much, Mama
Yep,
Joe.
proud of you.
You're a
I
great.
hate to be in his goddamn crosshairs. I am. No,
You're a great shepherd with all your sheep, Devin.
Devin,
he was.
I wouldn't play no orgs for like the next year.
Devin has
No,
officially
you're gonna get
gained
targeted when
access
you play Devin.
to my shit list.
Wait until you
Who
watch his
did?
videos.
Huh?
What'd you say, Darnell?
I said Devin has officially gained access to my shit list.
Ooh.
Why?
Because I want to.
Oh, okay.
No.
You
Darnell, you
drinking
know what was
Kraken?
I was watching that one. Darnell's the only one who called me Mabel.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't take
Hey,
nothing.
Darnell always called you
That was
Mabel.
funny. That was funny when he called
He's
you
always
Mabel.
did from season 1. He's always called me Mabel. He's the only one who's called me Mabel.
You're not the only one that call you Mabel.
With
Right
that being
on.
said, guys, I have to
I'm the
run right now.
originator.
But thank you again so
He
much.
he
See you
he
guys.
started it.
Congrats, Devin. You did a
Bye,
good job.
Devin.
Bye, guys.
Now that the villain's gone.